Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Today's Thursday. This is Listing and Laughing, and I have some stuff to show you today. Talk about schedule a little bit. I am just pulling stuff out that I got this weekend. Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. I got some stuff this weekend that I'll show you and go over schedule. I said, and then whatever other topic comes up, we'll talk about today. Um, So the link is at the top if anyone wants to join. You don't have. Hey, Andrew, good morning. Join the conversation. It's pinned to the top. The link for the StreamYard is pinned to the top. Please join as you would like. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? Good weekend. Good Monday. I'm unwrapping some stuff that I got, so I will unwrap it and then show everybody. Pretty cool pieces, I think. Hopefully the notification goes out here soon. Takes a few minutes for it to get going. And I apologize to everybody. I did not take a look to see what else was going on today. So if you have a show going on today, drop the link because I was running down here to get started and did not. I got mine in time this around. Oh, the notification, yeah. Silly YouTube. Silly YouTube. I love it when I'm in a chat. Right, usually it's late. I love it when I'm in a chat and I've said hello to everybody and then I get kicked out because the notification does something to kick me out. Heavy pieces, heavy pieces. Mouse, my goodness, nothing's working this morning. So we are going away this week at the end of the week. Just a little getaway. So I will not have my show on Thursday, and I probably will not do Treasures to Die For on Friday. But we will have a bigger show tomorrow night, Wednesday night. We'll have more things. We'll roll a die for more things tomorrow and do a little bit longer of a show so that everyone still has a chance to get over to Angels of Auction on Susanna's channel and whatever else they're doing for that day. Hey, Pamela, thanks for coming in. What else? What else is everybody doing? What's everybody up to? And does anybody want to join in on the chat? Feel free to come on up. I just lost my train of thought. Jabberty. We are getting close. So September 4th is Jabberty, where Nikki and Laura and Melanie will be the contestants in September 4th. Looking forward to that, and we're still trying to schedule a date for the pop culture one with Robin, Rhonda, and Tania. And once we get that set up, that'll be sometime in September as well. We'll get that scheduled, and then we will have that going. We have people lined up for future shows, which is great, or at least emailed. I haven't confirmed the dates with them yet, but they've emailed to be on the show, and that's awesome. It's just so awesome the way that and I have so much fun with that. So that's Jabberty. We will. So here's a question for you for the pop culture one. Pop Culture Special Edition. My definition of pop culture is things that are like popular now. So it's a younger, the stuff that the younger people are, the trending stuff is. Does anybody else have a definition of pop culture that that is different from that? I mean, because pop culture to what was popular when I was that age, it was the '80s. So, but not 2022. So I that's my understanding of pop culture. So when I make those questions, I want to make sure that I'm doing them in a consistent pop culture, whatever that means, theme. And I see everyone's going to be quiet today. Okay. Pop culture could be from any era, I thought. See, I don't know. I want to make sure. I guess I need to confirm that with the contestants so they know what they're getting into. But whatever was popular at the time, it's still pop culture. Okay, so you could have different categories of. You could call it the '80s. You call it the '90s, whatever. So other than I guess more movies, TV, music, um, technology, those sort of things are more the topics than history and stuff like that. Right. Okay. I may still do it on what's popular now and see how see if they know what's going on now. Of course, it could change. You make the question one week and it could change for the next. So I don't know. I'll figure that out. We still don't have a date. Once we can get a date set, well, I text. So we are in this group text, the four of us, and we threw out a date, and it didn't work for two of us, and it kind of got dropped. So I don't know. I will work with them to find a date, but it's something they wanted to. Hey, Anamora, good morning. Something that they wanted to put together. I thought was a good idea, so we will work to get that straightened out. Anamora, seeing you reminds me of something I had to do for you today. I'm doing that right now. Good morning. Good morning. I mean, to be fair, too, you could say 1940s pop culture, and I'm not very familiar with my 1940s pop culture at all. So that was the whole thing in it, is that they wanted to do one where it wasn't a lot of history and stuff. And I said, well, eventually, that's right. Eventually. And it's hard when you have, I mean, I would say out of the four of us, I do the least amount, and I'm on 4 times a week in terms of shows and stuff. So try to find a time where all 4 of us are free, or not doing a show together, or not, that makes it a little harder. But we will make that work. All right, and I got your stuff. Casual, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Make sure these don't break. But in a minute, as soon as I pack these up here, I'm going to show you something. Show you some of the stuff I got weekend. All right, those are set. Put this down. But here's as I'm doing that, turn this around. So these are some of the things I got. Got the herd coming after you. These were purchased in Africa, not by me, but they were purchased in Africa. So I will show them, and I'm not sure exactly. I don't think they're wood. They have some of them have a grain on the bottom that kind of looks like wood, but that's heavy. That's probably 4 pounds. And you can see the ear on this one is a little rubbed off. Let's see if it'll focus for me. So it's some sort of material that was carved. There's the animal. And they've got a pinkish tone to them. Of course, they're not going to focus, but we got the elephant. You can see the pinkish like in the feet. And it's numbered 195. Oh, there is something on its belly. Let's see what it says. Let's see if I can get my magnifier down in there to see it. Yeah, it is marked on its belly. I cannot make it out though. But you got the elephant, the rhino. Oh, maybe I can make it out better on the rhino. There's the rhino. The way the legs are, this is going to sound horrible. The way the legs are, I can't get my loop in there to see the name. Hey, Jeffrey, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Again, I can't. So right there, it's marked, but I cannot make it out. But they do have and then these, so we got the two busts, the man and the woman, and then the calf or whatever. But that's just a very small piece of what I got the other day. I just thought these were really cool, and thought I would show everybody those. And we'll see. Like I said, I can't read the marking there. Hang on one second. Okay. I don't know. But they do have a purplish pink, like the elephant's feet. You can see it, the purple and pink. Yeah, that, you know what, Cody, that's exact. Some sort of hardwood could be very, very. That could be it. But I mean, because I don't have I can't reach my scale, but these are the two smallest ones. And that weighs about a pound. He's probably 2 pounds, and the rhino is easily 2 to 3 pounds. So. So that's it. And then I got a whole bunch of Notre Dame stuff. University of Notre Dame, old vintage. I'll show one of them. 19. Got the pennants, the old Notre Dame pennant. I think that's from the 60s. A lot of stuff from the 60s. Collegiate traditions. Belting the memory. What does that say? What's that word? Why am I not reading it right? Reliving. That's what that says. Reliving the memories. Took me a few minutes, but a lot of old Notre Dame stuff. And we know there's a good collection, good collector's stuff for that. All sorts of Notre Dame stuff, and then another one. Notre Dame, the banner. Felt banner for. I know there's a big following for Notre Dame, and alumni are very supportive of their school. Got the paperweights, Notre Dame paperweights, all sorts of stuff. So that's just kind of the that's some of the stuff I got. The rest of it, which is behind me and not sorted yet at all, is a bunch of 1960s and 1970s Boy Scout stuff, patches and neckerchiefs and all sorts of stuff. So I think I'll do well there. Again, big collector stuff. So if there's any collectors of Notre Dame or Boy Scout or interest in these African carvings, let me know. But we will bring those at some point when I'm back in town and able to sell again. So yep. So that's what we got. I agree, Jeffrey. Notre Dame's a great college football school. Again, we will be on tomorrow for Treasures to Die For after today. Trying to get ready today because we're leaving Thursday morning. I say bright and early. My wife always says there's nothing bright about it because it's before the sun comes up. So we're leaving very early Thursday morning. Abby has a friend coming, and so she'll be staying the night Wednesday, and for the first time, we'll see how she gets up very, very early in the morning. So it'll be interesting, but we'll have our big show tomorrow, our bigger Treasures to Die For tomorrow. Magnifier and microscope, you can even take a picture. Yeah, thanks, Jeffrey. Just a short getaway. Time to get away for a little bit. We had a scare the other day. I think it was the day that Rhonda and I were auctioning. It wasn't. I mean, I say scare. It was. My wife texted me and said the pool filter wouldn't start, and kids were out there playing, and friends were here and everything, and they all of a sudden it started getting cloudy, and we couldn't get the filter on, and then the kids got out, and within like an hour it turned awful green, and I had to give the motor of the filter a good tap, and it finally came back on. Good morning, Susanna.
Good morning.
And Sunday, my wife went to the pool place and got the right chemicals to get the water out, and it cleared up. But we thought, oh my goodness, we're going to have this green swampy thing when we get back if we can't get this fixed. And yeah, so it's but hopefully it's this morning. It looked clear. Filter's running now, but we just didn't want to have a very expensive fix when we got back, or a very slimy fix that we'd have to dump out and start over with, so, or pump out.
Good morning, everyone in the chat. Cody.
Good morning, Susanna. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
I'm okay. Where's
I said
Bonnie?
when I first came on that I did not have a chance to go check who has shows today. So if anybody has something going on today, put the link in, because I didn't have a chance to go look at who was coming up later. And
JJ is having his show.
JJ has his show in about less than an hour.
Yep. I don't. Oh, Rhonda, Robin, and Tania have their show tonight too.
Okay. The jewelry show.
Yeah, the jewelry show. So.
Okay. Yeah, Nikki's probably on somewhere.
Yep. Oh, she is. She's doing Snipe It today, and then you have Mr. Buys a Lot with Pam. They're on. Yep.
I'm glad you can remember, because I cannot.
I'm trying to think of who else. And I know Kim, It's About to Get Real. They'll probably come on later, like around 10:30.
Right. Yeah. I sometimes I can pop in there, and I cannot. I am not. A 10 o'clock start is not in my wheelhouse very often. So I pop in, and then I'm usually gone, because that is way too late for me. But
Cody says, have to do a sale in the next couple of days. My labels are getting done tomorrow morning from the sale I had before I got sick. Awesome. Gotta let us know, Cody.
Glad you're feeling better, Cody.
I know. Thank God.
So did you see my African figures that I showed, Susanna?
I was on the phone. I was talking to someone. I had to look over at the same time, and I couldn't. I mean, I wasn't getting it all.
They're carved out of something. I got the elephant.
Oh, okay. I saw the two figures.
The rhino, and then the two busts, the man and the woman.
Those are beautiful.
They are amazing.
What are they made out of?
Well, so that's a good question. Cody and I both agree that a lot of African carvings are made out of, like, what they call ironwood or African hardwood or something. So they could be. And this little calf, when I got it, the ear is a little scraped there.
Okay.
It looks, boy, if that's a wood, I don't know. I don't know what African ironwood looks like. But because it has a grain to it, so it could be a wood, but it also looks like some sort of composite, and it's heavy, and it's got a pinkish tone to it. At least the outside does.
Mm-hmm. Where it's chipped, it has that pinkish tone to it.
No, not where it's chipped, like on the bottom of the elephant's feet.
Oh, the bottom.
Where it's worn off there is just kind of an off-white color.
Okay. I'm getting a delayed reaction on my iPad because I have you on my phone, so I'm watching the iPad, so it's a little delayed. So that's why I was like,
okay.
Those are pretty. They are very beautiful.
And I like them. And I know they came from Africa. I know some of the story behind them. The elephant and the rhino do seem to have a marking on their belly that I cannot get my loop in to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I like that stuff's pretty cool.
Intriguing.
It is, and great decorative piece. And someone said, "Are they ivory?" And I said, "No, they're not ivory." But you know what? I do want to so bad. I want to like, especially like this little calf that has the ears. I just want to scrape it or cut it and see what it is inside, but I would not do that. I bet you it is some sort of wood, or man, I don't know.
Oh, 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 oh.
I I wish I had a way of testing materials like that, because, like I say, there's the ear again, and it looks. I don't know. I don't know what. I've never seen that type of uh, the grain, or it's not concrete, which I would recognize. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool.
Hmm.
And I don't know that those are actually worn. Now that I'm looking at it, both ears are like that. That might be the way that that's supposed to be. I don't know. So how do you test stuff like that? Do you know, Suzanne? How do you like, even if you went somewhere, where would you go to get the material of something tested like that?
You go on YouTube and you try to get onto that woman. What's her name? Lori, Miss Lori, or something like that. Or uh,
Yes, I know who you're talking about, but I mean, if you wanted to do it in person, do you know? Is there a?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even know where to go.
I
Anybody
would.
know?
I have no idea where I would go.
Cody says light it on fire.
Light on fire.
I wonder if like a stone, the place that makes different stone pieces for like the yard and stuff like that. If they would know. I don't know. I know I'd have to think about where. I think there's one in Vermont, not too far from here, but um, I'd have to think about where I could take that stuff to not light it on fire. Cody's. I love that Cody thought I might. Um, I don't know. Whatever they're beautiful carvings. And I might have to do something with this little calf if I think those ears are. I might have to. I bet you there's some sort of chemical, just like with gold and silver. There's probably some sort of chemical tester. Uh,
It's just knowing what it's going to be. That's
right. The You can find a place that trades in African art. Yeah, maybe. There's got to be a place in New York City that has that I could go to someday, take a piece down and say, what is this? Or a stone quarry type place. If it, they would probably be able to tell me if it was some sort of stone or whatever. If it's wood, I don't even know if a lumber yard around here would know, because I'd probably get the kid that only knows what's in there, right there on their thing. I need somebody that knows their lumber and their wood, different types of woods, and has the knowledge of the African wood if it is wood.
Mhm.
I don't know. Pamela says there was an old guy in my town that used to refinish furniture, and I had an old rocking chair that had carved heads. He smelled and tasted it for repairing the wood. Um, oh, okay. I like, send picture to Brown Heel. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Pam. Send picture to Brown Heel to Brian. He'll know. Is that what you're trying to say? Brown Heel. Brown. Is that what we call him now? Brown Heel. Brian. He'll know. He might. Um, he tasted it, huh, Pamela? I don't know. I wouldn't want it back if someone tasted it. To Brian. Yeah, that's right. Brian. He'll know. She might be driving. See, um, the I don't know. And they may be two different pieces. The three animals may be different than the two busts, just based on the color, unless it's
Mhm.
just the staining of it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cody says if someone licks her rocking chair, she's punching them in the throat and kicking their creepy butt away. I,
Pam.
I've never had anyone taste my furniture.
Oh, what kind of wood does this taste like?
Right. I mean, I suppose that's a. I mean, the question that comes to my mind is how many samples do you have to take? Do you have to do to know it? That's the. That's not something you just try one day. And
Yeah, no, no.
Pam said she had so much fun yesterday. Good.
Oh, we did. Pam, it was a lot of fun. Loved it. Cody's like, I hate it when people molest my furniture.
Right.
Yeah, imagine someone coming over and licking your furniture. You'd be like, what the hell's wrong with
Yeah.
you?
Right. I mean, can I get you something to drink? No, I'll just have some couch.
Oh,
I just little end table. I'm just picturing that. You invite someone into your home.
you're getting a visualization.
Yeah, you invite someone into your home and they ignore you and head right to the coffee table. Well,
Seriously. No, I know it would never happen. But see if it did. What would you say to that person, Jabby?
I don't know. I I'd be like, "Are you okay?" I think that's what I would say. I'd be like, "Are you all right?" Right, Pamela. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Uh,
know. Oh my, is that a new end table? It looks delicious.
right. Oh, see, Pamela, it's not as fun now that he scraped off. Still, he scraped off a little piece and put it in his mouth.
Cody'd be like, get out.
Yeah. uh, I don't know. Either way, they are great pieces, well carved, great pieces.
Did you smell them?
Did I smell them? No, I'm going to smell them for the first time.
Smell them.
It smells like nothing.
Did you do a scratch and sniff?
Nope. I'm smelling a rhino's foot.
Um,
It doesn't smell like anything.
it doesn't smell like anything. I don't know. Lick it.
No. And the reason I will not do that is because whatever finish or whatever is on there, I don't know what that is, and I'm not.
And you're allergic to a lot of stuff, so
Well, and I know that they're the only thing I know is they're from Africa and they were brought back from a vacation. Um, I'm not. I am not. That is one thing I do not like chemicals and like stains and paints and bug sprays and all that. I do not like it when I get the taste of that. You get it in
oh
your
yeah.
mouth sprays and you get suntan lotion. If I get a taste of it, that's just so horrible to me. All chemical type stuff, bug spray. Ugh.
I don't know if anyone else suffers from this, and it's It's crazy. But whenever I get stuck with a needle, right, I
Get stuck
can
with a
take
what?
a needle.
A needle. Okay.
Okay. I can taste the metal in my mouth.
Really?
Yep, absolutely. Every single time, if they're doing an IV, if they're doing just a blood drawn or whatever, I always get that metallic taste in my mouth.
I
Why, dear?
never had that, but
You
I could
know,
see. I could see where. I wonder if that's like a nerve thing.
it could be. Maybe it's a psychological thing because I've asked the doctors and I've never heard of that. So I don't know. I don't know.
Melody, good morning. And I'll tell you, with all my allergies and everything else, I get a lot of needles. So my infusions for my migraines,
Yeah.
that would be horrible if I had to taste that every time.
Oh, I and one of the worst things is if I'm getting an IV, when you get your IV,
Yeah,
uh, it is, it makes me gag because so much of that taste, it comes right into my mouth. Blech. I don't like it at all. Ugh. So I don't know. I've asked the doctors and they say they don't know. Again, it may be psychological. It may be.
right. I love, I've in the last 4 or 5 years trying when my food allergies came about, they all of my food allergies came about as a well into adulthood.
Hmm.
And the I've talked to different you see an allergist, but they also want you to see an ear, nose, and throat, and then all this other stuff. And then with the rest of my medical history, I have all these other doctors, and you bring this stuff up, and they're all like, I don't know, you know, I don't know, can't explain it. Not our what did the one ear, nose, and throat? Not my piece of the puzzle is what he said. I was like,
Not my specialty.
yeah, well, I'm like, come on, guy. Now you're gonna, well, who is? Well, I don't know. You talk to your primary care. You could go around and around and around with that stuff.
And yeah, go around in circles.
Yeah, and spend the you could spend all of your time waiting for, and returning um, medical office calls.
Hmm.
Hey, Glenn, how are you?
Hey, Glenn, Bobby, Pamela. Today was Flipper in here? I didn't see Flipper.
Casual is here, yeah. Early on, but so along with these African things, I got a whole bunch of vintage Boy Scout stuff and a whole bunch of vintage Notre Dame stuff the other day,
Nice.
and it wouldn't be. And I got one. I wasn't even looking for trinket boxes, but I got one little trinket box the other day. It was in the box. Some Japanese coasters. Did you know that the Boy Scouts give out a Silver Beaver Award?
A what?
Yeah, that's right. Silver Beaver.
What the hell is a silver beaver? A beaver that's old?
No,
I just cracked myself up with that.
oh man, I have to. I'll have it for tomorrow. It's an actual. It comes on a ribbon, and then they put a sterling silver beaver-shaped pendant on it, and it's some award that the Boy Scouts give because this guy that uh, I have a silver beaver.
Oh my god.
Now you're gonna make me find it, aren't you?
Oh, I can tell you, I don't have a silver beaver. Maybe one day,
Give me a second. Give me a second.
but not yet. Oh my god. Die. Conversation always goes south around here. Into windows.
Hang on, guys. Don't give me just a second. I will prove to you.
A silver beaver is cute. Oh, it is. Okay. So there is such a thing. Oh, Cody, that is cute. I saw it. I never thought a silver beaver was cute, but it is cute.
Okay, I have it. I found it. 1989.
1989. That's not old. Silver
Well,
beaver.
you got to be in Boy Scouts for a long time to get the silver beaver. And what it says on that little gold plaque there, it says the guy's name. Boy Scouts of America Silver Beaver Award, 1989. Uh-huh. Anyone else? Anyone else in the chat have a silver beaver?
Cody said the Silver Beaver Award is the council level distinguished service award of the Boy Scouts of America.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, hopefully one day I'll
There
get
it is.
the Silver Beaver.
There it is.
Annie.
And just for that story, that should sell for a lot of money.
You too could have a silver beaver.
You too, right?
Get a hold of Jabby. He'll bring it up on an auction. You can buy your own silver beaver.
Right. No need to wait.
The Boy Scouts take their beavers very seriously. I would imagine, Cody. They got to take care of those beavers.
Just saying. Who else? You never know what you're going to find on Jabby's Treasures.
Jabby, have you ever, besides this one, had a silver beaver?
I have not. First one.
First one.
First time me, first time you. Nope. I have never had. I'm just pulling more stuff out of the box here. Notre Dame bookends. Lots of Notre Dame stuff. I have not. Nope.
I will, Jim. It's out. That's it. Done.
So what you read that? What is the? It's a distinguished what kind of award?
It's a distinguished. The Silver Beaver Award is the council level Distinguished Service Award of the Boy Scouts of America.
Okay.
So it's council level.
So this guy was a very distinguished gentleman because he was big into the Boy Scouts. Again, there's a box back there full of like 1960s, 1970s Boy Scout stuff. So he was big in the Boy Scouts. Well traveled. These African pieces. He went to Notre Dame. I have a bunch of his old Notre Dame stuff. And he was part of the Kentucky Order of Colonels or whatever.
Oh,
I have
wow.
a couple of those medals, and those medals are valuable. Just the little ribbon medal that comes on them. So, what did Cody's? I don't know. It was over here. Rose gold. Oh,
what?
Boy.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What? So that makes him distinguished?
In at least in his areas of interest, yes. He wasn't just a member, right? He wasn't just he went and got out. He went through whatever you have to do in the Boy Scouts Council to earn a Silver Beaver Award. he became part of that Kentucky Colonel. So overall, not distinguished, but in his areas of interest, yes. Right? He was more than just the guy that paid his membership dues. But what he was outside of the Boy Scouts and stuff, I have no idea. Kathy. Rose gold.
See, I think of it just someone that's distinguished. It's not about, I'm not going to say, just stripes or anything like that, but it's just going on that example. To me, it's not just because you went to a famous school, you got a degree in something, or you're holding all of these titles. To me, that doesn't make someone distinguished. Just someone, to me, like my dad. I've always thought my dad was a very distinguished man. Loved the way he treated people. Loved the way he conducted himself.
Yeah, I think
My
you're right.
my dad didn't go to college. My dad didn't do all of that stuff, and I to this day I always think that my dad was a very distinguished man.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that definition. From a Boy Scouts perspective, they find distinguishment in giving ribbon awards and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yes, Cody, Kentucky Order of the Colonels. That's
Yep.
another some sort of fraternal organization that recognizes. I've sold their medals before, and they, without looking it up, it recognizes the good that you do to become a member, type of thing. So.
That's right. Susanna has something against fat chickens.
Have you heard from Bonnie this morning? I haven't seen her.
I have not heard from Bonnie. No, I have not. Kathy, those gummies are magnificent. That's awesome.
How many have you had, Kathy?
They're not candy.
Oh, just 12 or 13.
That's like, I know that when my kids were younger, remember those, I don't know if they still have them now, but the Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah.
So my kids were younger, I used to give them, Flintstone vitamin. And then my oldest son, I see him and I says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm getting a candy." I was like, "Those are not candy. Those are vitamins. You can't take a handful of those."
I tell you a story about those. I did that as a kid. They used to be in the little jar on top of our refrigerator, right? And I remember I was small enough to go sit on top of the refrigerator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just sat there and kept eating them until I got trouble, and then I got sick. But I probably had half a bottle. I just kept chewing them.
Because they taste good.
Right.
Yeah. Bobby said I could use a few. Yeah, Kathy's had a few.
So.
Oh, well, Cody. My mom made sure our meals were well balanced, of course, but it doesn't hurt to get a little bit of extra vitamins.
Kathy says, I've had a few. Orange ones.
I don't know why the kids tended to like the grape ones.
Yep. Yep. Now I'm just picturing myself, like today, trying to sit up on top of the refrigerator.
I remember when I was a kid, it was, how Kathy just said I think it was Kathy. Yeah, we used to eat baby aspirins as candy. To me, it was St. Joseph's. You know, St. Joseph's pills for kids, and they were pink. I could never swallow it. My mother would take one, and she'd put it in between two spoons, and then crush it. And then she used to put orange juice in it, so that
Yeah.
way I could drink because I couldn't swallow pills when I was a kid. Yep. Yep. They had orange flavored too. Yep.
Yeah, orange. So we've talked about vitamins and licking furniture today. We are
And,
all over the place.
and silver beavers.
And silver, yes, and silver beavers.
Forget
Frank,
about that.
mine is in a shadow box. So
Good place to have your beaver.
the the well, no one believed me. No one believed me that I have a silver beaver.
You know, would you ship to Canada? Because I bet you, Canadian scrapper Evie would love that beaver. She's always talking about a beaver.
I
I
ship to
should tell
Canada.
her. I should tell her so she can come into the auction for that beaver.
I'm not selling it today though,
No,
because
no, no.
I have not had a chance to look some of this stuff up to even know where to start. So when I sell things, it's a two-step process, three-step process. It's a get it, sort it, and then research it a little bit because I know what I paid for it, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sell it for $1 if I should start it at 5 type of thing.
Well, Bobby, I can't do any incantations of innuendos. Nope. Mr. Jim said, mm, get my mind out of the gutter.
That was Jim Swardoff that said that, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm
No,
doing.
Bobby, she hasn't seen it yet. She might be seeing it right now for the first time.
Hi,
She's
Emily.
working. I don't know if she is or not. She's working, so she's probably not watching. Probably not.
He said
So
my.
go ahead.
Cody's saying he said my mind, not my mouth.
We try. There are times that and Susanna, did you have this when your kids were growing up, where sometimes one kid didn't like one thing, and so you got into this horrible, I call it horrible routine, if you will, of sometimes making like 3 different things for dinner,
Yep.
or for
Mm-hmm.
and we man, we spent time doing that, and it drained me so much because I'd have dinner ready afterwards, and uh, now we're like, this is what we're eating. And every once in a while, we'll do something different if we just know the kids don't like something, right? Well, Emily, the kids don't like fish, so if Emily and I have fish, we'll do something else for the kids. But man, 3 and 4 different setups a night was a pain. But
My oldest son, Justin, he does not like meatloaf. He never has liked meatloaf whatsoever. The rest of the family, my ex-husband and my other 2 children, we loved meatloaf. So whenever I made meatloaf, instead of for my oldest son, I would just make a hamburger patties out of it,
yeah,
and I would end up putting the hamburger patty on top of the mashed potato with gravy over it for him. So that's what I would do for him because he didn't like. To me, it it was the same thing. The hamburger patty was the same thing as the meatloaf, but I don't know if it was just the shape of it that he didn't like or whatever. But that's what I did. But besides that, they never really ever complained about anything
We
that
got
I put in front of them. No.
for a while. It was, I mean, it was bad. Abby's a picky eater anyway, and it was uh,
Yeah.
it was bad. I don't know what we did. Well, we did what Cody said. We just said no. This is what we're having. Um, and then, of course, as you know, the kids get older, their taste buds evolve and stuff, and different things
Hmm.
taste better to them. But uh,
I think my kids have a very good palate, food palate. They,
that's good.
yeah, they they're very, very good.
So, like when we're going away here this week, where we're going, there's a barbecue place like ribs and brisket and stuff that Emily and I really enjoyed the last time we were there, and the kids did not enjoy their meal at all.
Hmm.
So once we get there, we're going to order the first night. We're going to order from this place, and we have already said, why waste the money there? We'll order the kids a pizza or something and do it that way, because
Yep.
it's one thing if you're at home, right? But if you're paying your restaurants to, you want to make sure that you're not just gonna throw half of it away.
100%. Like I remember my kids were small. There was a specific time that I went out to eat with my mom and my ex-husband and the kids. And I remember asking my kids, "What do you want?" And my mother's like, "What do you mean? Why are you asking what they want? Why aren't you ordering from them?" And I was like, "Mom, uh, you're gonna ask them what they want to eat. I'm not gonna put something in front of them so that they don't eat it. You
Right.
know, one wanted a hamburger, one wanted Mozambique, or whatever the case may have been." And she's like, "Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what I would do." I says, "Oh, I know that's not what you would do because my mother, one, we never went out to eat when I was young with my, living at my mom's. And two, my mom only cooked what my dad liked. So my mother was more of that person of taking care of her husband. I'm not saying she didn't take care of her children, but it was more geared to the husband. So we had fish all the time. And I can tell you, I don't want to eat fish heads and fish tails. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ugh, ugh. Give me a good piece of cod or haddock, but man, I don't want to eat a whole fish. Don't put a fish with eyes in front of me and the mouth is open because it's dead. No, I don't. No, I want to see that stuff.
I like it when I do. Now I don't eat the head part or the tail, but when they present like a trout in front of you on a platter, I like that.
Oh, see, I I can't because then I know I have to pick it apart and take the bones out, and that just turns me right off. If I see a bone in my fish, forget it. I'm done. I won't eat it.
Yeah, but so we are kind of at a, even when we order from this place, we now it's two different pickups or two different deliveries, however we're going to do it. Um, we're going to order from the rib and brisket place, the barbecue place, and then we got to, even if it's right next door, which I don't think it is, we got to go pick up the pizza or whatever. So
Mm.
I just the amount I think back to a few years ago and the amount of time that I spent prepping different meals for the kids because they were picky and they needed to eat was just ridiculous. Uh, now my thing is, so I'll have Emily or I will have dinner going, and we'll call the kids from wherever they are, whether they're outside or in their rooms or wherever, and be like, wash your hands, dinner's ready, right?
Hmm.
And we love it when they get like 3 feet from the table and they're like, what are we having? And we'll tell them, right, we're having whatever, and you get that or the look on their face, and I
Yeah,
always tell them, that is not the time for your input, right? if,
right.
if you wanted to have input in what we were having, you should have come out. When I start dinner at roughly every day, um, come out and see what you can do to help and make some suggestions, or you know if you want this and not that tonight, then you should have come out a long time ago. Not as I'm calling you out and everything's getting on the table.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
But it happens 3 or 4 times a week. What are we having? Right as they're about to, they're 3 feet from the table about to sit down, and you get the I didn't want that. That's what it is. That's what it is tonight.
I don't even have kids to tell me that. I have Tina the first thing in the morning when she calls me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Her first words is "Good morning." Good morning. What's for supper? That's
Early
what
in the
I
morning, she asked you that.
at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's clockwork every single day when she's working. What are we having for supper? I haven't even had breakfast. Why are you asking me what's for supper?
And is she sincerely interested in it? Is it
She's
conversation, or is she trying to
one.
like plan her lunch so that she doesn't have a burger at lunch if you're having burgers for dinner?
Nope, 100% sincerely, she's asking what's for supper. Because in her mind, she even asked me, she's done with supper on one night. She's like, what do we have for supper tomorrow? I'm like, I have no idea. And the same conversation in the morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's for supper?
Now, did she come from a family or whatever that like planned the meals that like on Sunday you knew what you were having right on through till Friday?
Yeah. Her mom was very structured like that because she had 4 children and she worked 3 jobs. So her mom had to be very structured on,
Okay.
times and what was planned out for the week. Yeah. And Tina's like that too. She's very OCD. Her mom's not OCD, but Tina's very OCD. She needs to know, what's going on. She does not like surprises. No. She
Yeah.
needs to know.
Cody says she wants to know what to look forward to.
Yeah.
We tried that. So we tried that for a little while, like the daily planning, and it just got to the point where we were like, it'd come Wednesday and we were like, we don't want chicken on Wednesday,
Hmm.
right? We'll have the chicken. We won't let it go to waste, but it's going to be on Thursday maybe. So we try to plan for the week, but we don't plan day to day. We try that only lasted like 2 months of us planning day to day.
Been there, done that with Tina, and it does for me. It doesn't work out because sometimes I don't want to cook that day. I'm like, oh,
Right.
and then cook it the next day or make something totally different. Well, I thought that we were having this. I decided to do this. Why did you do that? Why did you change it? This is going to mess me up.
Have you ever done that to been like, we're having steak tonight, and then put spaghetti in front of her, put pasta in front of her?
Yeah, not I know the example that you're using. Yes, um, but if I ever told her that we were having steak and literally put spaghetti in front of her, she would have a conniption. She would, oh my God, where's my steak? Where's this? Because Tina's one of those that she can eat steak every single day. It's meat. She could have meat and pasta. I mean, meat and potatoes. She's not a pasta eater at all. Um, but on rare occasions, yeah, she'll eat pasta, but she's not fond of it at all. No. And
Hmm.
I could eat pasta and I could eat rice every single day. Would not bother me.
See, Emily's like that. She could eat pasta a lot, and I can't. I can only eat corn or chickpea pastas. So, and they're just too starchy. Um, so I don't have pasta very often at all. But Emily could. Emily could have some sort of pasta, lasagna, something all the time.
Hmm. Oh my
I,
God, Cody, I should
I agree with that, Cody. Oh, that would be hilarious.
secretly video her.
Somehow, but you got to tell her that you're having whatever her favorite meal is, right? That you cook,
Hmm.
and then just put a bowl of spaghetti in front of her
Oh
on
my God.
camera. Uh,
Oh, I got to do that. I'm definitely going to do that. Oh, yeah.
Tina, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Oh, Bobby says, yep, Sunday, chicken or spaghetti. Thursday, meatloaf or chicken. Friday, fish of some kind.
Yeah.
Fish sticks, tuna, something. Yep.
Something, yeah. Yeah, Sunday, when I was growing up with my mom, with my mom and dad, it was Sunday was always my mom made Portuguese soup, and it was always um, like a roast of some sort of meat, a roast, not pork, because my dad was not a big pork eater, but it was some type of a roast with roasted potatoes and vegetables and stuff like that. And then during the week, it was some type of a fish.
Okay.
And then on Friday, for sure, 100%, you knew you were getting fish. Doesn't matter. She never wavered from that. It was fish. But I did not grow up with spaghetti. I didn't grow up with meatloaf, hamburgers, hot dogs, any of that stuff until I was probably, I don't know, 16, 17 years old.
Jim Swordhouse said the first time Kathy went out to eat with his parents.
Look who just got home.
Just got home.
Tina's home.
Oh,
Wow. You live here. I know you live here. You're early. You're immensely early this morning. Wow.
What's for dinner, Tina?
Tina, what's for dinner? She's already looking for something to eat now. She said. Oh my God.
Well, everybody, it is just about that time to send everyone over to Big Barn.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate everyone in the chat today. What great conversation. The Boy Scouts, the African figures, the Silver Beavers, Notre Dame, Meatloaf. I hope everyone has a great day. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the chats this afternoon or later on today, somewhere. Again, Susanna mentioned where Robin and Tania and Rhonda have their jewelry show tonight. Nikki has working backwards. Kim will be on late night at 10. Then there's the jewelry show with Rhonda, Robin, and Tania. Snipe It with Nikki and Renee. Mr. Biselot's on at 1 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
with Pam. And then again, working backwards, JJ here in just a few minutes. So hope everyone has a great day. I will see you tomorrow for Treasures to Die For. We will do, like I say, we'll have a little bit of a longer show, but we will not go into Angels of Auction time. We will be done well before that. Just another 10 minutes or so on that show. We'll add a few things. Hope everyone has a great day. Susanna, thanks for coming up and joining me.
Well, thank you.
We will see everybody in the chats. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everyone.